What do you get when you put a pop star, a journalist, an activist, a movie producer, a scientist, and a media icon on the same spaceship? A whole lot of history being made, because for the first time since 1963, a space flight with no men on board just left Earth. Yep, all women.
1, 2, 3, take us space!
Jeff Bezos' space company Blue Origin launched its 11th crewed mission, and this one's got people talking, and for good reason. Lauren Sánchez, Katy Perry, Gayle King, activist Amanda Nguyen, producer Kerianne Flynn, and former NASA engineer Aisha Bowe made up the all-female crew.
Every single woman on this couch is an explorer, and sometimes we don't think of women as explorers, but we are.
Blue Origin pointed out that this is the first human spaceflight with only women since Soviet cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova's solo flight over 60 years ago. About time, right?
I've never had this dream. And somebody said to me, well, Gayle, maybe you need to have new dreams.
Exactly.
Lauren Sánchez, who's not just Jeff Bezos' fiancée, but also a pilot and former journalist, played a big role in putting this team together. She picked the crew herself and helped organize the entire 10-minute suborbital journey. You could say she literally launched something historic.
This is going to be, it's emotional for everyone going up. Emotional and very personal.
Of course, having big names like Katy Perry and Gayle King on board made this even more exciting.
We are the Taken Up Space crew.
The crew even graced the cover of Elle magazine before takeoff, with Katy joking, "We are going to put the ass in astronaut." Iconic.
Here's something I never thought I'd see. Me in an astronaut suit. But I like it.
But this mission was more than just star power. Amanda Nguyen and Aisha Bowe brought serious space cred to the table. Both have worked with NASA, Nguyen as an intern on the final space shuttle mission, and Bowe as an aerospace engineer.
To those who are looking at this, what I want them to understand is that dreams are real, and if you are crazy enough to try to change the world, you will.
Blue Origin described Nguyen's presence as a symbol of reconciliation between the US and Vietnam. She's the first Vietnamese and Southeast Asian female astronaut, and a celebration of science as a tool for peace.
When Neil Armstrong stepped on the moon, bombs rained down on Vietnam. When my family looked at the sky, they saw death. But tomorrow, when they look at the sky, they'll see the first Vietnamese woman in space.
And then there's Katy, who shared an emotional story during her space training.
I'm going to space on a rocket in a capsule called Tortoise. And my mom calls me Tortoise.
"There are no coincidences," she said, visibly moved. "I feel like something bigger than me is steering the ship."
I gotta sing in space.
She also opened up to the Associated Press about the bigger picture, saying she talks to herself every day to stay grounded and brave. "You are doing this for the next generation," she reminded herself. "No limitations." How cool is that?
I was meant to fly.
And, yep, Jeff Bezos will not accompany his fiancée Lauren Sánchez to space. So it might just be the most out-of-this-world bachelorette party ever. The couple is set to marry this summer in Venice, so yeah. Earthly celebrations might feel a little basic after this.
I had to come back. I mean, we're getting married. If I didn't come back, that would be a bummer for me.
Now, Bezos was clearly over the moon with excitement when Sánchez's Blue Origin spaceflight safely landed. In fact, he was so thrilled that he face-planted, literally taking a nosedive into the dirt and catching himself in a push-up position. Now that's a man in love.
What makes you emotional? Joy. Complete and utter joy and gratefulness.
Unlike the stereotype of rich men chasing much younger women after a divorce, Jeff's fiancée, Lauren Sánchez, is not only age-appropriate, but also a true force of nature.
Talk to me about this team that you two have built together.
That's a good word. We're really great teammates, and we also have a lot of fun together, and we love each other.
She's a pilot, a filmmaker, a news anchor, and a self-made powerhouse. Yes, this woman has a history of leaving powerful men absolutely smitten. Let's just say her previous partners weren't exactly average Joes. They included a top talent agent, NFL players, and a well-known sports broadcaster.
What's more nerve-wracking, going into space or planning a wedding?
Planning a wedding.
So, what is it about Lauren that keeps the most powerful men in the world obsessed? Let's break it all down. First off, let's talk about her looks because, wow, she's been turning heads for decades. Lauren was named one of People magazine's 50 Most Beautiful back in 2010 and graced Us Weekly's Hot Bodies issue. Just check out her throwback photos, absolute bombshell material. And her style, impeccable. Lauren knows how to dress to impress and turn heads with her stunning outfits and eye-catching statement pieces.
I really look up to women like Eva Longoria, Selma Hayek, Jennifer Lopez, Sofia Vergara. They really embrace their culture when they dress. And so I think it's just in me and, it's a little sexy.
But here's what really makes her stand out, her confidence. Lauren is unapologetically herself, embracing her age like the queen she is. She's been vocal about how much she loves this stage of her life. Growing older is a gift, she said, and she means it.
I really have the attitude, like spreading like love and peace and happiness. I mean, that's really what...
In interviews, Lauren shared that life keeps getting better as she ages. When people asked how she felt about turning 50, she didn't hold back. It's just the beginning, she said. And at 55, she's walking the walk, becoming an author, planning a wedding, and living her best life. Ladies, take notes.
When I was 20, I thought, oh my gosh, life is over at 50. Let me tell you, it is not, ladies. It is not over. It is just beginning.
But Lauren is far more than just beauty and charm. She's a self-made success story. Growing up in New Mexico, she dreamed of being a newscaster, but struggled with dyslexia, which made her question that path. Instead, she set her sights on aviation after high school. Determined to make it in LA, she applied for a flight attendant job, but was crushed when she was rejected for being too big. Imagine that, at just 121 pounds.
I was having a tough time. I was stressed out.
Instead of letting rejection hold her back, Lauren pushed forward. She returned to her journalism dream and started small at a local news outlet in Phoenix. From there, she hustled her way to bigger gigs, including Extra, Fox Sports Net, and Good Day LA. By the time she'd spent 6 years hosting Good Day LA, Lauren had become a household name.
I'm Lauren Sánchez, exclusive with the president, and I just want to say first, so how are you feeling?
Great.
But she didn't stop there. She pivoted her career yet again, combining her passion for flying and filmmaking. In 2016, Lauren earned her helicopter pilot's license and launched her own aerial film production company, Black Ops Aviation. She wasn't just running the show, she was literally flying the helicopters herself. She even worked as an aerial producer on Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk and consulted on other projects like Miss Bala. Talk about a boss move. As she once said, "I had my job, I had a career, and then I found a calling."
There's only 6% of pilots are women, and then there's even less in the film industry. So I was like, I want to film movies. That's what I want to do.
But what really sets Lauren apart is her heart. These days, she dedicates much of her time to philanthropy. As vice chair of the Bezos Earth Fund, she's deeply involved in fighting climate change and protecting nature.
You can't protect what you don't know. And I think people don't know about this.
Lauren and Jeff have traveled the world to support conservation efforts, from Colombia's Chiribiquete National Park to meetings with global leaders like Prince Charles. She's not just standing beside Bezos, she's rolling up her sleeves and doing the work.
Lauren and I are very committed to nature. We're committed to conservation. We're committed to restoration.
And here's the cherry on top. Lauren is also a devoted mom. She has 3 kids, her eldest, Nico, with ex-NFL player Tony Gonzalez, and 2 younger ones, Evan and Ella, from her previous marriage to Patrick Weitzel, one of Hollywood's most powerful agents.
But I'm really looking forward to spending my life with someone who I deeply respect and care about, and someone who loves my kids.
Despite her busy schedule, she prioritizes time with her family, even sharing her passion for flying with her kids. She once said that being in a helicopter brings her peace, and she regularly takes her children on flights. "I want to be in a helicopter all the time," she shared. Speaking of her past, Lauren's timeline with Bezos has an interesting twist. Both she and Jeff were married when they first met. Her to Whitesell and him to Mackenzie Scott, Amazon's first employee and the mother of his 4 children. The couples even crossed paths socially, like at a holiday party in 2016. But it wasn't until later that things turned romantic between Lauren and Jeff. Their relationship became public in 2019, after both had separated from their spouses, but not without some drama.
According to Page Six, the affair was brought to light after Sánchez reportedly bragged about the affair to her girlfriends.
Remember those steamy text messages that made headlines? Bezos' now famous declaration, "I love you alive, girl," and promises to show Lauren, "my body and my lips and my eyes very soon," raised eyebrows everywhere. As it turned out, Lauren's brother sold those texts to the National Enquirer for $200,000.
According to the Wall Street Journal, the evidence shows Bezos' girlfriend Lauren Sánchez sent her brother Michael Sánchez a shirtless picture of Bezos and a flirtatious message from him.
Messy, right? But hey, love knows no bounds, and Bezos was clearly head over heels. By 2023, the couple was engaged, and Lauren was spotted with a massive ring while vacationing on Jeff's $500 million yacht in the south of France. The yacht even features a sculpture of Lauren on the prow, symbolizing new beginnings and positive change, a nod to their life together.
He literally looked and he's like, I think you are a little shocked. He actually said, he goes, take a deep breath. And I was like, are we engaged? And he goes, yes, we're engaged.
And if you think Lauren's over the moon, you'd be right. Friends say this is her dream come true, and she's been buzzing with excitement about planning their wedding.
You know what I'm most excited about? Is I get to marry the man of my dreams, and he's amazing, and I get to spend the rest of my life with him, and he loves my kids.
So, Jeff and Lauren's journey as a couple has certainly sparked plenty of conversations. Their relationship has its layers, and Lauren's undeniable presence only adds to the intrigue.
I love how we work together. We always look at each other and like, we're the team.
What do you think makes her so magnetic? Is it her confidence, her ambition, or something else entirely? Let me know your thoughts.